This episode of my podcast may upset some folks, but frankly, I don't care. Subject matter experts like myself need to be aware of other parenting programs and other voices in the industry so that my knowledge remains relevant and credible. It helps educators like me identify gaps, refine my own ideas, and offer more effective advice if necessary. Being aware of the broader landscape also shows that I understand context, not just my own perspective.
Welcome to the Bill Corbett podcast, Creating Cooperative Kids, a listening experience created for parents interested in raising independent kids and those who would like tips and techniques for increasing the cooperation from their children and teens. Bill is answering questions from his email box, so please feel free to email him at bill@cooperativekids.com. You can also find all of his resources at billcorbettsbooks.com. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, share, and like this podcast. Now back to the episode.
Parents will often ask me how my methodology compares to concepts taught by other parenting experts. So staying informed about other programs enables me to respond effectively. I need to call out other programs that may be offering misguided advice when I become aware of them. Children don't often demonstrate respect because they either don't know what it looks like or, as the father of individual psychology, Alfred Adler, taught us, their disrespectful behavior is their way of attempting to get unmet needs satisfied. The secret to getting kids to treat their parents and others with respect is first to treat them with respect and to then help them find their place in the family or the classroom. But the creators of the Love and Logic parenting program would have you believe differently. Not all parenting programs are created equal, and many offer parents and teachers misguided information. We should not just demand and manipulate our kids into being more cooperative. We should be raising children who want to cooperate and be engaged in the family or classroom because they feel encouraged to do so. One of those programs that frequently offers misguided information and gimmicks is the Love and Logic program. In much of their parent resources, they suggest that parents use techniques that lead to a child feeling shame, blame, and guilt. 3 human motivators that are not only demeaning, but are incredibly discouraging. In a recent weekly email that went out to parents who subscribe to their newsletters, Dr. Foster Klein recommends that when your child won't cooperate with you and you're away from home, you should create a little drama for your child's benefit. He suggests writing yourself an imaginary note in a small notepad while muttering to yourself out loud that your child will replenish the energy he stole from you by paying for what he did to you when you get him home. Hey listeners, I want to take a minute to announce that my best-selling book, Love Limits and Lessons, is now just $2.99 on Amazon in Kindle format. You can also get it in paperback and audio formats. Find them easily by going to my website, billcorbettsbooks.com, and thank you for listening. Now back to the podcast. Basically, he is prescribing that you threaten your child that something will happen when he gets home as a result of this noncompliance. Even though Klein says to state it as a fact and not a threat, what he offers a parent is old-fashioned autocratic punishment. Since the child did not comply, he will pay for this act by having to work at hard labor when he does get home. Compliance is the goal and not cooperation. He also makes a point to remind the parent to be sure and bask in the rays of energy generated by your child mopping the floor when you get home. If we meet resistance from our child when we need them to cooperate, we can be more successful with them by first understanding why he won't cooperate. And there are 2 primary things that create that annoying resistance. The first one is the relationship with your child. Perhaps you've been demanding too much or snapping at your child, and the resistance you're seeing is your child replicating what you may have been doing. Another reason may be that the resistance is your child's way of getting unmet needs satisfied. For example, if he is pulling you into power struggles, it may be his way of telling you that he is feeling powerless as a member of the family and craves more value and importance at home. What you see in the resistance to cooperate may be exactly what the child needs more of. If you don't give your child appropriate power on your terms, he will take it on his. Using techniques that discourage a child, as Love and Logic suggests, is not a way of getting more positive cooperation. A child needs more encouragement and a feeling of belonging and fitting into the family or classroom.
Thank you for downloading and listening to the Bill Corbett podcast, Creating Cooperative Kids. For more help with parenting situations, check out Bill's website, cooperativekids.com. If you'd like to ask him a question, leave your question in the comments box on this episode and he will respond as quickly as he can. You can also email him at bill@cooperativekids.com. This podcast is the property of Bill Corbett and Cooperative Kids Publishing. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved.